A pleasant day, Professor Domingo Balsa. Our group will be presenting a case study about the Microsoft gift to bloggers. This presentation will be divided into 8 parts, which are Part 1, Statement of the Facts, Part 2, Viewpoint, Part 3, Statement of the Problems, Part 4, Objectives, Part 5, Areas of Consideration, Part 6, Alternative Courses of Action, Part 7, Conclusion, and lastly, Part 8 for the recommendation. I am Jacqueline Garcia and I will now start the case study with the first part, which is the statement of the facts. It is important to first know the information available about the given issue. Firstly, we were gonna know about what happens or what is the case study about. So the issue of bribery has risen when Microsoft decided to give a gift to bloggers, specifically an Acer Ferrari laptop that was loaded with Microsoft Vista. Second to know is who are the persons involved in this. Mainly, the Microsoft Corporation. Second is Edelman. Edelman is the public relations and marketing consultancy firm that Microsoft hired for handling the launch of the Microsoft Vista. The last character in the issue is the 90 influential bloggers that were given a laptop. Next that we should know is when does the issue happens or started. The issue started around Christmas time of 2006 or December 2006. And it is actually a month away from the official launch of the product. Next is, how does the issue started? As a part of the campaign, Edelman had sent 90 influential bloggers an Acer Ferrari laptop as a review machine. Along with it is a message saying that it is in the blogger's decision whether to keep the laptop, give it back, or give it to others. However, the gift giving had generated a controversy, and it is pointed out that the laptops may not be a gift, instead a bribe, because giving such a luxurious product might make their view biased. Lastly, we were gonna know why this led into this, or why did Microsoft decided to give laptops. As stated a while ago, the laptops were given as a review machine. Microsoft clearly is hoping for a positive review by giving such a high-end laptop where they know that Microsoft Vista can perform its best. The next part of the case study will be the viewpoint. The case is viewed as if we were members of Microsoft. All the data from the following part up to the last part of the case study were answered and studied with Microsoft as our viewpoint. The next part of this case study will be discussed by Mr. J.U. Luis Liano.
Good day, my name is J. Luis J. Liano, and I'm here to report the statement of problems. So the general problem of this case study is that Microsoft is facing an ethical dilemma because of the unusual product review terms for their upcoming launch of Microsoft Vista. So the critical question here is that it is right to give away free expensive laptop to influential bloggers with an Microsoft Vista installed, or it is unethical because it can be viewed as bribery and it can form a biased reviews about the operating system. There are two specific problems in this case study. The first one is that Microsoft was accused of bribery because of sending expensive gifts to bloggers to influence or alter their opinion about the machine and OS. Now, the issue was criticized by a lot of influential bloggers who posted negative reviews about the Microsoft actions, such as it is unethical, the reviews of those who received the laptop can be biased, and the gifts are a mere bribery. So In line with this, it can affect the honesty and integrity of Microsoft, was became an issue because of odd terms sent by PR agent and non-disclosure of keeps in bloggers review. Now moving to general objective, which is to provide and assess the company's solution to ethical dilemmas in relation to its stakeholders and to implement appropriate measures. Now this case study will show different approach and various strategic options based on the SWOT analysis to solve the ethical dilemma. Now we have 4 specific objectives. The first one is to increase product awareness by gaining positive response from tech gurus before the initial launch of the product in January 2007. The second one is to clear the issue regarding the luxurious gift giving before the launching date. The third one is to maintain a good product reputation of Microsoft Vista and to cope up with competition in the following month after the release. And lastly, to increase the sale of Microsoft Vista in the following month by 7% after the release.
So thank you, Jeyu, for that. So now moving on to our areas of considerations. The first one is to consider the cost of the product in the purpose of promotion. And the next one is to hire a professional critics to to provide the consumers the reliable review and to prevent false notations. And then next one, the third one is to hire a public relation officer that is skilled and knowledgeable enough to lead the advertising of our product. Okay, for our fourth consideration, we have here the time. Since Microsoft is launching their new product or new operating system called Microsoft Vista, before the Microsoft launched this product, they had an issue with the bloggers because of their promotion. And then, this issue might arise delay. Also, the loss of opportunity in introducing the product to the market. And then next one, Microsoft should also consider the code of ethics or code of conducts within the company and outside the company. Since they are dealing with different people and Microsoft is too big, they should be knowledgeable enough to handle things like the ethics with the bloggers. And then next one, the last one is the budget. They should also consider the budget for the cost-effective innovation and also the new way of promoting their products because the current promotions that they have is not effective. That's all. Roberto and Darius.
Hi, good day. My name is Darius D. Regamara, and I will be reporting about the strengths and weaknesses of Microsoft. We listed 2 strengths and 1 weaknesses. First, the strength. Microsoft has a strong financial performance with an annual profit of $12.6 billion US dollars in fiscal year 2006. Microsoft has a strong financial position in the market kasi nga monopoly nila yung operating system that time. Their second strength is well-established brand name and reputation that build customer base. Yes, well-established na sila kasi nag-umpisa sila noong 1975 pa. And their weaknesses is ineffective and unreliable public relation agents because they are unknowledgeable to journalist ethics.
Thank you, Darius. And now, let us discuss the opportunities and threats of the Microsoft. And also, we will be discuss the strength opportunities strategies, or what we call the maximax, as well as the weaknesses opportunities, or the minimax. We have been come up after analyzing the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the Microsoft in this case study. So now, let's discuss first the opportunities. And here are the some opportunities that we put. The first one, blogs reach the mainstream according to study. 32 million Americans read the blogs. So, nilagay namin siya sa opportunities kasi nga naging controversial talaga yung pagbibigay ng Microsoft Acer Ferrari laptop sa mga vloggers. Ikaw ba naman bigyan ng amounting to $2,000 na laptop para lang i-review? So, di ba naging controversial siya? And naging ano ito sa part ng Microsoft kasi nga naging sikat sila, naging trending sila sa public. And ngayon sa time natin na the more na pinag-uusapan kanila, you're become popular. So naging opportunities yun ng Microsoft. The opportunity too is having a strong demand for laptops and portable computers. We all know naman na the Microsoft is one of the most famous developer of OS, or what we call the operating system. And if there is a strong demand for laptops and portable computers, the Microsoft also has the same way. Kasi 'di ba? Hindi naman gagana yung laptop without operating system na naka-attach to it. So this would be a great opportunities for the Microsoft. Opportunity 3 is alliance and partnership with different companies. Meaning neto, the strength in this area of SWOT analysis of the Microsoft is nagpapakita na yung organization nila ay mayroong matatag na foundations to compete against other large firms in the global industry. So, di ba, if you imagine, kapag yung isang company has a various connections to other company, di ba mas advantageous siya compared to its competitor. So, this one is considered also to be the greatest opportunities of the Microsoft. And now, let's move on to the threats of the Microsoft. So, the first threat is the competitor. Apple will also release OS X Leopard on 2007. So, if we look back into the case study of the Microsoft, nilabas nila yung bago nilang OS, which is the Microsoft Vista. At the end, I think at the end of 2005, during the Christmas. So, siguro kaya nila nilabas ito earlier before maglabas si Apple, kasi expect na ni Microsoft na magiging threats nila ito. The next one is poor public perception of Windows Vista due to current issues. So, it mentioned in the case study of the Microsoft na yung Windows Vista na OS nila has an issue. And yung issue na yun is that yung OS na yun is only compatible and it functional well sa mga high-end laptops, like yung ginamit nilang laptop na yung Acer Ferrari. And the third threat, bloggers' influentiality can easily ruin one's reputation. Alam naman natin na yung mga bloggers is a great influencer sa mga sa kanilang mga followers. Yung lahat ng sasabihin nila is paniniwalaan ng mga sumusuporta sa kanila. And isa ito sa threats ng Microsoft if they did not handle the issue between the bloggers. Now, After stating all the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the Microsoft, we will now come up to the what you call ST strategies or the maximin. It is the combination of the strength and the threats for us to be able to come up to some strategies.
Our number one ACA, we come up this number one ACA because of the strength number one and the opportunities number two. Our number one ACA is use the capital to develop their own laptops to meet and compete for the high demands in laptops. Develop an operating system that is compatible with any devices. Yun yan. To meet the demand at saka para kumita pa sila. Hindi lang sa laptops and computers. Mas maganda rin na gumawa rin sila para sa cellphones. Our second ACA is sponsored content instead of product review for promotion. Mas malaki ang kikitain nila dito at mas malaki ang audience kasi mga influencers o mga legitimate na tech vloggers yung gagamitin nila. Mas magaling manghikayat ng mga influencers kaysa sa TV lang na ano nila. The next is the ACA number 3. Expand global presence by forming alliance with reputed company like LinkedIn. I-expand yung global presence nila sa pamamagitan ng partnership sa ibang company. Kung may kapag-partner sila sa ibang bansa, mas malaki ang posibleng kitain nila. Microsoft, being the giant software company, has already a wide global presence. So by partnering them with other reputed brands will strengthen and expand their global presence. The company will be known internationally for the quality of the product. The number 4 ACA, Microsoft should allocate funds for developing a better Windows OS to recover from it, maintain a good reputation and cope up with competition. Mag-allocate ng funds para sa new OS kasi may bagong competition na lalabas. Yung Apple kasi that time maglalabas din sila in the year 2007, kaya dapat maglabas din ng bagong OS yung Microsoft at para makabawi rin sila sa nawala sa reputation na nawala nung naglabas sila ng Windows Vista kasi nga may issue na naganap. Tsaka maganda rin na maglabas sila ng bago kasi alam na natin na pag may bagong technology na lumalabas, mabilis tayo na hikayat bumili kasi yung mga tao gusto laging updated at laging bago yung ginagamit nilang technology. And the continuation of this report will be reported by my fellow group mate who is Robert. Thank you.
Here are the ACA 5 or alternative course of action number 5. It is the combination of our strength 2 and the threats 2. So make a public statement to clarify the intent and assure them that they will disclose the names of all the bloggers who received the laptops. Gagawa ng public statement yung Microsoft through the use of television, video, or pwede rin sa tabloid. Kasi yan pa lang yung most common form of media during that time. And mas less yung cost na may incur ng Microsoft if they will use the tabloid or yung radio. And then sa pagkandak nila ng public statement, ika-clarify nila doon yung about kung who are the involved sa issue and what happened talaga, yung totoong nangyari about sa gift nila sa mga vloggers. And our alternative course of action number 6 which is the combination of weaknesses 1 and opportunities 1. Collaborate with bloggers that are knowledgeable in technology or software to write reviews for the product instead of those who don't have credentials. So if you look back into the weaknesses 1 of the Microsoft, weaknesses kasi nila yung meron silang unreliable na PR. Kaya yung Microsoft makikipag-collaborate sila sa mga legitimate or what we call professional na bloggers rather than sa mga normal lang na blogger. And kasi yung magiging result ng mga blog ng mga legitimate na vlogger is that mas accurate or reliable yung mga reviews nila. And the next one is the number 7, which is the weaknesses 1 and threats 2. Dismiss Edelman's team, current PR or public relations from work and hire a new PR team who is well versed in the trends of the media landscape and has a good research and development strategy. So if we look back into our weaknesses 1, weaknesses talaga nila is yung meron silang ineffective and unreliable PR, which is si Edelman nga. So from here, yung strategy na na-come up namin is that siguro if it could be better if palitan na nila si Edelman as a PR team. And also it will benefit the Microsoft, and para mabago na rin yung poor public relations or poor public perceptions ng Microsoft. And for our last alternative course of action, which is the weaknesses 1 and threats 3, collaborate with the bloggers and initiate a program such as conducting a seminar where they can share the culture and etiquette of blogging to the willing listeners. So maganda rin na mag-conduct sila ng ganitong klaseng mga seminars para marami ang matuto about sa blogging cultures, and especially for the both sides, which is the Microsoft sides and the blogger sides. And also para matuto na rin yung mga bloggers na pag next time na bibigyan sila ng ganong klase ng gifts ng mga company, aware na sila about sa blogging cultures. And that's how we come up on our alternative course of action in Microsoft case study. And for the next topic is the cost-benefit analysis, which will be further discussed by my group mates, Melody Catalan and Mary Desiree Carlos.
Good day everyone. I'm going to discuss the first half of cost-benefit analysis. Starting off with the first alternative course of action, which is to use the capital to develop their own laptops to meet and compete for the high demands in laptop. As we all know, Microsoft is the leading operational system distributor, and many hardware manufacturers relies on their operational system. So if they would engage in making their own laptops, they will not limit themselves and expand their product line. So according to our research, they'll benefit $1.081 billion and will cost them $568 million for a 1 million units of laptops, which will end up having a net total of $513 million. The manufacturing cost of laptop is based on the true cost of Dell PC. This alternative course of action is ranked as third. Next will be the use of sponsored content instead of product review for promotion. This would lessen the accusation of bribery as per the previous issue faced by the company. In a sponsored post, the blogger writes an article with valuable content that refers to the product. The content would stand alone without the reference to the brand, whereas the review could not. The sponsored post is more subtle and organic mention. While in a review, the vlogger uses the product over the course of several weeks, then she gives a detailed personalized review of it. This will benefit the company a total of $51,000 with an order value of $50 multiplied to 100 ordered, and a cost of $8,000 from 10 influencers. This will gain a net total of $43,000. This alternative course of action placed 7th. The third one is to expand global presence by forming alliance with reputed company like LinkedIn. Microsoft is a software giant that has always been a partner-led company. Increasing its global presence, they will be recognized internationally for the reliability, fairness, integrity, and the standard of its company's product. Microsoft deal with LinkedIn resulted in the benefit of 41.7 billion revenue in quarter, totaling to 166.8 billion a year. And the cost of the deal was amounted to 26.2 billion, which have a net total of 140.6 billion. This data comes from the statement of Microsoft on CNBC. This alternative course of action is ranked first. So for the last part of the first half of cost benefit is that Microsoft should allocate funds for developing a better Windows operational system to recover from controversies, maintain a good brand reputation, and cope up with the competition. Developing a new product is critical to the firm's success and is often cited as the key to sustain competitive advantage. With this, the company will gain sales from three variations of operational system, which are business, home premium, and ultimate. The total benefits will amount to 52.296 billion and will incur a cost of 28.62 billion, coming from the salary of an approximate 5,000 employees, including developers, program manager, tester architects, and operation overhead, resulting to a net total of 25.676 billion. The projected sales are derived from previous records of Microsoft Vista from the price of 3 versions, and the accumulated sales of 88 million copies. This alternative course of action placed in second.
So next is alternative course of action number 5. Joe Colata said, the best way to handle a crisis like this is to be open and honest to your audience. So we will release a public statement to clarify our intention and assure our customers that our product is still in high quality. We will also disclose the names of all bloggers who received the laptop. We will release a public statement to the press and it will cost $1,500. This is the average cost of a press release. We can still take advantage of this situation and earn a profit. We can earn $5,000 from the web traffic. This is derived from $5 per thousand impressions times 1 million visits to the website. We assume 1 million because Microsoft is a big company. They are the world's most popular and leading technology company. So people will be interested and will engage to the issue. So the net total is $3,500. In number 6, we're still going to use product review for promotion. However, this time, we will send this product to more credible bloggers. They must be knowledgeable in terms of technology, particularly in software. The only cost we will incur here is the delivery fee of $45 to the 50 bloggers, and the total cost is $2,250. So, the delivery fee is computed on the website of Parcel Monkey, a shipping company in the US. We are expecting an increase of 18% in the sales with a total of $7,970,760 because according to reviews produce an average $16 uplift in sales. So next is 7, dismissing Edelman from work and hire a new PR agent. We are planning to hire Weber Shandwick, which is one of the world's leading global public relation firms. We assume that Edelman has 10 employees working with Microsoft, though the ideal number of people included in a PR team is 5 to 6 only, we still assume 10 because Microsoft is a big company. These 10 employees earn $132,563 each. So overall, Edelman's salary is $1,125,630. So we think that it is beneficial to us to let go Edelman, so we put it in the benefits. So next is the salary of the PR agent, who we also assume has 10 employees, is $96,090 each. We choose this because this is the highest salary in the Weber Shandwick PR team. So the total salary of new PR team is $960,900. And since we will terminate the contract of Edelman, and we assume that there is a penalty amounting $15, so the total cost will be $975,000. So the net total of this ACA is $353,630. And lastly, collaborate with bloggers and initiate a program such as conducting a seminar. The thing we will incur here is food and beverages, venue, and other related expenses, totaling $385,700. And then we assume that we will get a benefit of 2% increase in total sales, which is $885,640. This came from 2% of 2006 revenue of Microsoft. So the net total of this ACA is $499,940 USD. So next is conclusion, which we'll discuss by Miss Jeremy.
Thank you, Melody and Sari. And now, I am Jeremy B. Zapra, and I will report the conclusion. The study's strategic options generated in SWOT provide various approaches to resolve the ethical dilemma and to implement appropriate measures. Each strategic option shows the allocated cost and benefit with their corresponding ranks according to the highest amount of the net total. ACA number 3, or our alternative course of action number 3, which is the expand global presence by forming alliance with reputed company, has the most expensive cost but produces the highest benefit. Cost is 26.2 billion US dollar, while its benefit is 166.8 billion US dollar. Our ACA number 5, 6, and 8 mainly focuses on the blogosphere to clarify the company's intention and to collaborate with the bloggers in various ways. ACA number 3 and 2 suggest a new method of advertising the product, like expanding global presence and or sponsored review content to eradicate the suspicions. ACA number 1 and 4 recommends an improvement of the product, such as manufacturing their laptops to eliminate the doubt on the expensive branded laptops, and or developing a new Windows OS with better features to recover from controversies and cope up with competition. ACA number 7 implements a new public relations team who is well-versed to manage the marketing strategy in a media landscape that has a good research and development strategy. The cost-benefit analysis illustrates that all of the alternative course of actions indicate a potential contribution for the betterment of the product sale and other positive impact. And that's all. So let's proceed to the next reporter who will discuss the recommendations.
Thank you for that report, Jeremy. So, my name is Crystalline and I'm going to report decision and recommendation. So, the group has decided to recommend ACA number 5 and ACA number 7. Even though ACA number 3 has the highest net total among the alternative course of action formulated, the group think that ACA number 5 and number 7 is the appropriate actions that can address the company's problem. So, what are those? Microsoft should conduct a public statement to clarify the intent as to why the company has given the laptop. The team is also recommending to dismiss Edelman's team from work and hire a new PR team well-versed in the media landscape trends and has a good research and development strategy. The group is eyeing for Weber Shandwick Agency, the world's leading global public relations firm, to be the next PR agent of Microsoft. The purpose of this action is to give justification and clarification about the ethical dilemma on which Microsoft act of giving is viewed as a bribery rather than a gift. Moreover, solution will become an instrument for further enhancing the company's public relations and marketing strategy. It will also help to eradicate suspicions, thus regaining the credibility and integrity in the face of the public. So that's all. Thank you for listening. Our group is hoping that you have learned something from this case analysis, as we have learned that ethical standards plays a vital role in marketing and public relations. Understanding one's culture must be considered to know how to appropriately approach or to handle things accordingly. And we should always remember that ethical dilemmas are not mere problems, but it is a chance for us to improve, to test ourselves on which way we should go. That's all. Thank you.